Hi there. Welcome to your Soul to Soul reading. The date I'm recording this is November 5th, 2017, but anytime you come back to this, it will be relevant for the time that you're watching it. Welcome to the Witching Hour. My name is Michelle and I'm a witch. I'm going to be using my Soul to Soul divination and oracle cards today, and I'm going to be working on card number 4, which is family. I've already drawn 3 tarot cards, and now I'm pulling out the family card for you to see. I haven't done that yet, but I figured it doesn't matter. I'll find it. So I pulled 3 tarot cards, and they are face down. I have not seen them yet. I have also pulled and not looked at a crystal reading card. The crystal reading cards by Rochelle Sharman. So, just getting my cards situated here. This is the family card. This has most of my closest family members on it. I don't have everybody on here, but it was more of a generalization of the people I want around me in my lifetime. The question that Spirit put to me when that inspired this card was, who do you want around you at your deathbed? Sounds kind of morbid, but having been there myself with family members, that's a very sacred process. Obviously, it goes without saying, and not all of us will get the luxury of dying in a bed. You know, we don't know how we're going to go or when. But if you could visualize it, who would you want to be there? Whose arms do you want to die in? Whose hands do you want to be holding? Who do you want in that room with you when it's such a sacred experience? Knowing that it is quite a transition. I mean, you get a lot of help from Spirit in crossing over, because transitioning from the physical to the non-physical world can be quite a challenge. It can be quite a challenge, and if you're not ready for it, your ego energy can get stuck here in this earthly plane. Being a hedge witch, which is what they call mediums in the old world, I've encountered that kind of energy, and it can wreak havoc in your life. The soul does depart. The higher self goes back to the higher self. You don't get all of yourself stuck here. It's more the egoic energy that gets stuck here, and that's what accounts for ghosts and hauntings, people who are stuck. And that's different than spiritual visitation, which is someone coming over from the other side to visit us and guide us. But my point is, since it's such an important transition, it's very important to figure out who it is you want at that time in your life, you know. And it is an ongoing part of your life. You're not dying, it's not over. But they don't know that, and sometimes we don't feel that way when we're crossing over. We feel like, oh, I'm not going to exist. This is annihilation. So to have those people around you at your deathbed, and knowing what a big transition it is, knowing how important it is, that's what I'm emphasizing. It's really, 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 really ad infinitum important to be surrounded by love in your life. Surrounded by love. Romantic love is what I talked about in the other video, part 1 and 2. This is familial love, but it also includes your lovers and your romantic interests. They are your family as well. And then your offspring, your children, your human and animal children. I count them as the same. That's your family, and you're connected by your soul. You have relatives, and then you have family. There's a difference. Those boundaries that I've talked about, cardinal sins, eliminating and cutting ties with energetic ties, sometimes physical ties, with people not only who don't resonate with your soul, but who harm you. You know, yeah, it's no secret. There's a lot of dysfunctional stuff out there, but we want to create joy with as much time as we're given. So let's get ahead of the game, and let's not waste any more time trying to sort out drama. Let the drama sort itself out. Just get yourself clear. Be with the people who you need to be with. People who need you. and the people who really make your soul shine and make you feel like you can soar, and grow and thrive. We don't have any time to lose. We don't have any time to lose. We don't have any time to waste. So it's really important to select from your soul. That is who becomes your family. And these are some of those people represented on my card. Not everybody, but the most immediate at the time that I made this card. So there they all are. Most of them. But sometimes you got to paint people out of the picture, and sometimes it's their responsibility to paint themselves back in. That can happen. But either way, you're safe and you're surrounded by love that strengthens you and just makes you feel so amazing. Really, that's when you really start to believe in God, is by how much you're loved. That's really what boosts your faith. That spirit is real, is when you feel loved. It's very, very meaningful. And it's the most meaningful thing in our lives, to have that love surrounding us. To be surrounded by love is the most meaningful thing that you can ever create and manifest in your life. It's the most important thing you can have. So I've drawn 3 cards. And I'm just gonna, I have not turned them over yet. This is my little living room, by the way. I like being out here. I have the place to myself for a change. This is nice. Okay, let me throw my glasses on if I can find them and get on with this reading. So I've asked Spirit, what at this time, universally, in a very universal way, what is Spirit saying for all of us at this time, as for such a time as this, so to speak? What is it about family we need to know, other besides what I just said? That's what I already know, but I want to have the opportunity to expound on it a little further in whatever way Spirit deems fit. So I've got 3 tarot cards. You saw my Soul to Soul card. I've got 3 tarot cards, and I've got 1 crystal reading card, okay? So here's the tarot card, and it is the Star. Yeah, that says it all. It's beautiful. I put glitter on everything, and I'm just admiring how pretty it looks. I guess that's how you want to feel. You're surrounded by so much love that you don't feel you need anything else in the world. You have everything in the world that you could possibly need with your family surrounding you. That is really beautiful. That is gorgeous. Let me see if I can pick up. Oh, look at that. Okay. These branches and berries here, that's from the rowan tree. It's also called mountain ash. Rowan is a protective tree. That's so funny because I mentioned in my romantic love card reading that romantic partner that I would like to manifest, the female romantic partner, reminds me of Rowan Mayfair, who is a character in an Anne Rice novel. And look at that. That's kind of a sign to me. That's these are the people who protect you and hedge you in, and the people you protect, that you feel protective of, really, with your life. These are the people you'd lay your life down for. And not only that, but one of the most important things that we protect one another from is ourselves. We protect our loved ones from our own egos. And when you see people doing that for you, that's when you know that shit's real. That's when you know that love is real. And it goes deep when they know that they're protecting you from themselves. Like, they know themselves, not a big deal, it's not like they're the devil in a closet, not that kind of protecting you from themselves, but it's like we all have our egos, we all have our shadow, but it's like we're so mindful of it that we know how to protect our loved ones from our darker sides, from our less our less admirable qualities, our less healthy qualities, etc. That's what that is for. They help you protect your dreams. They help you protect your wishes. They help you protect what you are manifesting. They manifest with you. They help fortify the foundation of your life. They encircle you with protection. And your dreams are safe with them. That's another thing, is they keep your dreams safe with you. They manifest, and they co-create, and they collaborate with you on your dreams. And oh, I just thought of Pinocchio. Always let your conscience be your guide. And the star with the blue fairy. These are people who keep they keep each other in check in a very loving way. They help your dreams come true. They keep you grounded. They keep your feet on the ground. Along with you. I mean, people don't do this for you. They do it with you. With you. And that's what a family is. It's like a wolf pack. You know, there is solidarity. Solidarity. I'm feeling a lot of people manifesting this are coming to know what this means. The blue fairy. So these are the people who keep you genuine, who keep your authenticity in check. They do that for you. And you're allowed to do it for them. And everybody's okay with that. It's like just very gentle. You don't have arguments. You have conversations. You know, you don't punish each other. You might have conflict, but you don't punish each other. You don't go to war. You know, you might have scuffles, but no harm is done. And not physical scuffles. I just meant that in a manner of speaking. But these are people who keep your conscience in check, and you keep theirs in check, and everybody's okay with that, because that's what it's for. They help us maintain our integrity, and we get to do that as well. Okay? That's what that is. Wow, I could go on and on with this card. It's so beautiful. That's what family does for us, for our soul. This is your soul shining here. Here's your life. Here is spirit protecting all of it, looking over all of it. So beautiful. Strong foundation, strong framework, healthy, strong sense of well-being. You should be feeling all of these things. That's the guidepost to the guidepost for true family. True family. And number 17, 1 and 7 is 8, and 8 is strength. Your family gives you strength. They don't undermine your strength. They give you strength. They're your source of strength. And you, with them, you feel stronger. And you're their source of strength. And what a wonderful feeling that is to be that for someone. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And if this is coming up, this isn't just talking about the card. This is saying what we're manifesting at this time in our world, in our universe. And all of these words will ring true for you, not only right now, but when you come back to this video 10, 20, 30 times if you want to. It will be relevant. Some part of it will be relevant to you then. It's beautiful. That's a timeless prophecy. Second card is, oh wow, oh my God, I just got goosebumps. 10 of discs. This is the family card. It says tradition on the top, and it also is known in traditional tarot as inheritance or legacy. We build our legacy. Our own very personal microculture is what our family is. It's a microculture. We build on our own tradition of love and faith and service to humanity with one another. And look how strong it is, and shiny and bright. It's so beautiful. 4 cornerstones of your own personal faith that gets practiced with your family. Faith, not religion. And these beautiful birds in the background, the continual connection with spirit throughout the generations. Do you see? A larger, it's just because of the distance, but I'm perceiving it now as being larger, medium, and smaller, as if this is the first generation, that's the second generation, that's the third generation. It's like you, or your parents, you, your children, or you, your children, and their children, you know, that you are really creating a legacy, and how you impact the world and how you influence the world through your experience as a family. And you hand this down, you hand down and cultivate your moral, your code of ethics, your personal code of ethics, divinely guided from spirit directly to you, specifically for you and specifically for your family. And no one has any business telling you that that's right, wrong, or indifferent. I mean, as long as you, obviously, the obvious thing's intact, that there is no harm, obviously. Might be time to look at inherited things. You want to keep that into consideration. What maybe negative traits have you inherited from generations past, and that what you do in this lifetime at your time right now is to cultivate changing that into something that works for the better, eliminating the negative, cultivating positive changes that your children and their children will inherit. Instead of making life harder for them, you're making life easier for them. But they do the work too. Everybody keeps themselves accountable. That is a very strong thing I'm feeling here. Beautiful. It's so beautiful. And the image is so pretty. Okay, third card is Two of Swords. Opposition. I'm going to study the card a bit and let that sink in. The words coming to me are what is diametrically opposed. What I'm getting is it's playing along the lines of creating your own moral code and your own value system. That's extremely important in the world today, that you own your own integrity, because that is the integrity your children and their children will model themselves after. This is the legacy that we're creating, is always maintaining your integrity. And it may go against the grain of how things are done in this world, or how they're done in your faith system, or how they're done, you know, opposing viewpoints, conflicting values. By keeping ourselves accountable with our own integrity within our family, we cut across the grain, and we can, just by being us, we can eliminate a lot of the negativity in the world, simply by not following the so-called rules as they're written for us, but that we connect directly with the divine. We connect directly with the divine and have a direct source of influence from the divine about our moral values and how to protect ourselves and one another. And really, then you avoid all conflict, because you're so busy enjoying your integrity, there is no more conflict or opposition. You just by being you, and just by your family being your family, it just kind of cuts away any kind of diametrically opposed viewpoints that are imposed upon us by the world. That's it right there. That's the message. That is it. All right, now I'm going to look at the crystal reading card. I'll turn it to healthy body. That's cool. Agate. I'll read from the book about what that means, but let me see if I can pick up anything myself. Reminds me a little bit of fire agate, but that's not what it is. I don't know what kind of agate that is. There's so many different kinds. Healthy body. Okay, I'm getting cellular memory. Cellular memory. The more you heal, the more you heal with your family, because like I said, we need that reinforcement surrounding us of love. It heals us, it protects us, it strengthens us, and it also at a cellular level heals generational inherited blockages and dysfunctions, etc., etc. It heals it at a cellular level. Oh my God, that's it. That's what I'm feeling coming through this card really strongly. We are healed at a cellular level. The inherited things and what we are giving as an inheritance to through our children to the world. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's it. That is it. That is so beautiful. I don't think I need to read it. I don't think I need to read from the book. I'm going to draw a true love reading card. Why not? Let's see. True love reading cards by Belinda Grace. I usually always do one of these and one of the crystal cards. With the readings, typically, I just feel it. Every time I do one of these videos, I'm drawn to the same cards. The Sacred Circle Tarot, and which is just absolutely magical. And the Crystal Love reading cards, True Love reading cards, and sometimes the Fairy Ring Oracle. I love that one. I do have other cards, and I do love other cards, but I'm so drawn to use these with these readings. Okay. I'm going to cut the deck. And now I'm going to select their face down. I'm doing my typical things where I hold the bulk of the deck and I let the cards drop. And then I take the one in the pile that's fallen down, I take the one on top, which is resolving conflict. Well, in what other place other than family do you find this? That's just common. It is just common. But this is about helping to heal each other. And it goes great with everything here. As we resolve our conflict with one another, we are an example to the world of resolving conflict in the world. If we can do it at a microcosmic level, and we can heal ourselves within our own families and heal those inherited wounds or inherited traits and heal them at a soul cellular level, the world will be healed as we do that. As we do it on this microcosmic level, it will ripple out into the world. It absolutely will. And it should show you, it should prove to you that we can do this, just led by our own souls. You don't need any crutches and anyone to tell you how to do it. You don't need to do a lot of navel gazing and self-analysis and all this deep soul-searching, gut-wrenching, really, it's because we don't really arrive. We don't really arrive anywhere ever. We're always doing this, and it's not drudgery. It's supposed to be fun. So the more inner conflict you resolve within yourself, that will ripple out. Doesn't it happen that way? When you resolve inner conflict within yourself, it automatically translates to the very next person who's closest to you in your life, and they feel it. They feel the shift in you and the change in you. And together, then you're stronger than each of you by yourselves, and then that affects the younger generation in your life, whether it be your children or the children around you in your extended soul family or whatever it is. But it ripples, has this outgoing ripple effect, and it does ripple out into the world. You know, we're not just these nuclear families. It is on a microcosmic level, but we're all one big family on this earth. There are no individuals. The human race is one thing. It's one thing. You know? It's not just, there is no me or I, there is no you, there's only us. There is only us when you think about it. Really and truly, at a kind of cosmic level, it's us. Think about it. And we don't fight negativity. We don't resist negativity. We resolve it. With every conflict, within it is contained the solution. Every problem comes with a solution. Every question comes with its accompanying answer. Innately, intrinsically, in the question or in the conflict is its resolution. It comes as a whole thing. Look within the conflict to find the solution, because it's in there. It really, truly is. Always the answer resides in your soul and in your heart. Always go with your heart. Always, always, always. And don't ever resolve conflict at the expense of your own integrity. Wow, if I could say nothing else, I would say that. Especially with the most important people around you. Otherwise, you're teaching them to be false to themselves. Always resolve conflict for the higher good of yourself and the other. Never resolve conflict at your own expense. That only promotes codependency. It promotes, you don't even want to know. Why even go there? What it does do if you resolve conflict from your soul and never at your own expense, but for your own sake, for the sake of your integrity and your happiness, then that's a win-win right there. Always, always infinite. Love it. I love that came up. I really do. Look at the heart there with the wings. I love it. She's bringing him back into the light. And he's ready. He doesn't want to be there anyway. But, you know, sometimes people need a hand. And the bottom, the words are empathy, compassion, and understanding with the flame of love. The flame of love, the candle, and there's empathy, compassion, understanding. Always put yourself in the other person's shoes, but never at your own expense. Don't let anyone bullshit you and say, I couldn't help myself. Oh, well, I have issues. Like, that's not an excuse. You know? Never. Only seek to fan the flame of someone else's integrity and love. And if they don't respond, that's okay. You can quietly and compassionately leave them be. And sometimes you gotta cut ties. So sometimes you might be within a situation now where your family is more dysfunctional than functional, and it might be your extended family or relatives, your extended relatives and whatnot. But and you're cutting some ties, you're cultivating better boundaries, you're cultivating a greater sense of empathy and integrity, authenticity. You're becoming more authentic, and the more authentic you are, the more relationships fall away. Always, always, always be true to yourself. That is the most important thing to do in a family, is be true to yourself, because the people who are aligned with you will be true to themselves and be reaching deep for their integrity to foster that relationship with you. And the people who don't will fall away naturally. There won't be anything that you need to do, and it won't do any good to try and resist that and try and pull them in. You know, just let them be. They can come around at another time, but don't try and fix people who don't want to be fixed, so to speak, for lack of a better word. Just stay in your own integrity, and encourage others to do the same. And if they come along with you and stand up and come into their own integrity and their love for you, beautiful. And if not, that's beautiful too. That eliminates the negativity from your life in a very natural, organic way, and just let them go with love. Sounds like so much metaphysical BS, doesn't it, when you say let them go with love and all those type phrases. But I'm telling you, I've lived it. This doesn't come from, you know, I don't hack info from a book just to throw it on a reading. It's like this has been lived out in my life, and I speak within the framework of my own experience and the authority that I hold and carry with my own experience without imposing it upon you. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do, is to do that for yourself, to stand in your own authority, your own integrity, your own authenticity, and it will take care of things just by you being true to yourself. It's a lot easier than you would think. You don't have to go into so much analysis and self-help and all of this grueling soul-searching work. Just stay true to yourself, you know? It's oversimplified. It sounds oversimplified. And you should get help when you need it, of course. I'm not saying you're going to do it all by yourself and figure it all out all by yourself. No. But do one thing. Love yourself enough to be true to yourself, no matter your surroundings. Don't try and save anybody. You know, as scary as that sounds. Don't try and save anyone. Just shine on really strong. Be true and faithful to yourself. Other people will get healed with your light at one point or another, and they'll start holding their own light, okay? Just be encouraged in that. And the heart is taking wing. I love that. I love that. It helps us soar, just like I said earlier. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I think that's about it for the reading today. And I really loved it. I love being with you. And thanks for stopping by and watching this. And I will see you again soon with the next Soul to Soul reading. And I can't remember what the next card is. I want to say it's either along the lines of nature or animals. But I'll go back and look at my list as far as the order that I wrote them down in, and we will be doing that card next. So stay true to yourself. Create solidarity with your pack. Cultivate a lot of love and just shine on, and things will work themselves out, I promise. If you're true to yourself, things will work themselves out, and you'll be guided by your heart where to search for help when you need it, where to search for strength and love and support when you need it. And it's my prayer for you that you find the people that you want with you in your life now, that you have them with you in your life now. You find them in your life now, and you have a lot of fun and joy and love with them now, and that those are the people you get to spend your last days with when it's your time. So thank you so much for joining me. I will talk to you soon. From my soul to yours, brightest blessings. Bye-bye. Take care.